Have you ever noticed that no matter how well you eat during the day, you still wake up tired, bloated, or inflamed? Here's the part most people over 50 are never told. Your body doesn't repair itself during the day. It repairs itself at night. And if your nighttime biology is disrupted, your gut doesn't reset properly. Inflammation lingers, and the very systems designed to protect your DNA start to fall behind. But tonight, I'm going to show you one simple thing you can eat before bed that may help your gut environment, support deeper repair, and create the conditions your body needs to function the way it did years ago. And no, it's not what most people think. I'm Dr. Richard, and this might change the way you look at your nights forever. Let's start with something critical. After the age of 50, your body doesn't slow down randomly. It slows down systematically. Your sleep becomes lighter. Your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living inside you, becomes less diverse. And your immune system becomes slightly more reactive, even when there's no real threat. That's what we call chronic low-grade inflammation. Not the kind that helps you heal after a cut, but the kind that quietly stays turned on, like a smoke alarm that never fully shuts off. And here's where it gets more serious. This low-level inflammation doesn't just sit there. It interferes with insulin, making blood sugar harder to control. It disrupts your gut lining, making digestion less efficient. And it sends constant stress signals through your body, which can affect how well your cells perform maintenance and repair, including the systems involved in protecting your DNA. But here's the turning point. All of this intensifies at night, because nighttime is when your body switches into what I call biological repair mode. Your hormones shift. Your immune system recalibrates. Your gut slows down digestion and focuses more on restoration. And your cells begin a kind of internal cleanup process, repairing damage, recycling waste, and restoring balance. But here's the problem. If your sleep is poor or your gut environment is unstable, this repair process becomes incomplete. Not broken, but inefficient. And over time, that inefficiency adds up. Now here's where most people make a mistake. They assume that what they eat before bed doesn't matter. Or worse, they reach for foods that do the exact opposite of what their body needs. Sugary snacks, refined carbs, late-night heavy meals. These create blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes. They increase digestive stress when your body is trying to wind down. And they can even disrupt sleep cycles, especially after 50. So instead of entering repair mode, your body stays in a kind of metabolic confusion. But what if you could gently guide your body in the right direction with something simple? This is where it gets interesting, because there is one type of food that works with your biology, not against it. Not by forcing repair, but by supporting the environment where repair naturally happens. And that food is plain kefir or plain yogurt with live cultures. Now stay with me, because the reason this works goes much deeper than probiotics. Inside your gut, there is an entire ecosystem. Think of it like a rainforest. When that ecosystem is diverse and balanced, it produces compounds that help regulate inflammation, support the gut lining, and communicate with your immune system. But when that ecosystem becomes less diverse, which often happens with age, you start to lose those protective signals. And this is where fermented foods come in. Foods like kefir and yogurt with live cultures may help introduce beneficial bacteria and support microbial diversity over time. Not overnight, but consistently. And here's the part most people never connect. Your gut and your sleep are deeply linked. An imbalanced gut can send stress signals to the brain, affecting sleep quality. And poor sleep can disrupt your gut rhythm, making the microbiome less stable. It becomes a loop, a negative one, or a positive one, and your bedtime habits determine which loop you're in. So when you consume a small amount of plain kefir or yogurt before bed, you're not just eating something healthy, you're potentially supporting a calmer, more stable gut environment overnight, which may help reduce unnecessary inflammatory signaling and allow your body to shift more smoothly into repair mode. But we're not done yet, because there's a way to make this even more powerful. And this is where most people miss the real opportunity. If you add just 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed or chia seeds, something important happens. These foods are rich in dietary fiber, but not just any fiber. This is the type of fiber your gut bacteria actually feed on. And when they feed on it, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids. Think of these as fuel for your gut lining. They help support the integrity of the gut barrier, which acts like a protective wall between your digestive system and your bloodstream. When that barrier is strong, fewer inflammatory signals leak into the body. And that matters more than most people realize, because once inflammation is better regulated, your entire system functions more efficiently. Blood sugar becomes more stable. Your immune system becomes more precise, not overactive. And your body is better positioned to carry out its natural repair processes, including those tied to long-term cellular health. Now let me be very clear. This is not a cure for cancer. This is not a treatment for disease. But it is a way to support the internal environment that your body depends on every single night. And this is where the real transformation happens. Not in one night, but in the consistency of the habit. Night after night, you create a better internal environment, and over time, that adds up. Now, there are a few important details you need to get right. First, keep it plain. No added sugar, no flavored yogurt, because sugar before bed can spike glucose and disrupt the very balance you're trying to create. Second, watch the timing. Ideally, consume this about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Too close to lying down, especially if you have reflux, can cause discomfort. Third, start small. If your gut is sensitive, introduce fermented foods and fiber gradually. Your microbiome needs time to adjust. And finally, this is important. If you have diabetes, digestive conditions, or take medications that affect your metabolism, talk to your healthcare provider before making changes, because your situation is unique. But for many adults over 50, this simple habit can become a powerful part of a larger strategy. Better sleep, better gut balance, better inflammatory control. Not perfection, but progress. So tonight, I want to ask you something. What are you usually eating before bed? Is it helping your body repair or quietly working against it? Because the truth is, your body is already trying to heal every night. The question is, are you giving it the right conditions to succeed? If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. What's your current nighttime routine? And if you're willing, try this for a week. Just one small change. And pay attention to how you feel in the morning. I'm Dr. Richard. If you want more science-backed ways to support your body after 50, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs better sleep and better health. Because sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest changes, and this one starts tonight.